Hey guys, it's Julie. I am here with Allister, German Shepherd, who's here for a tune-up week, and we are about to take a car ride. Usually I put the dogs way back there, but I'm putting him in the back seat this time to simulate more how it is in his owner's car. I've seen his owner's car and he's in the back seat just like this. One of the complaints is that he whines when the car stops or when they get to a destination. It's sort of anticipatory of what's coming next. So we're taking a car ride this morning. We're heading over to Gabby's to get his holiday photos done. So I thought it would be a really good opportunity to try to trigger the whining and the anticipation so that I can correct it and then tell his owner how to correct it. So we've got him in the back seat in a nice double down. I'll try to keep you guys updated whenever we stop at a red light or a stop sign, and especially when we get to Gabby's, and I'll show you the entire process of stopping the car, me getting out, opening this door, and when and how I release him. We just parked. We are at Gabby's house right there. Just parked. Haven't heard a peep from this guy, which isn't necessarily a good thing because if we can't trigger it, we can't have that conversation. But here he is. We just parked the car. I turned the car off. For lots of dogs, the triggers could be undoing your seatbelt, the lever going into park, the car actually turning off. Sometimes it's when you get out of the car. Sometimes it's when you open the door. So we'll see what he does. But right now, he seems to know what I want. He hasn't even popped up out of his double down. Okay, so I just want to show you guys the whole process. I'm about to open the door. Listen for any whining. I've got my remote here. We've got to correct any sort of peep or sound or complaint or any sign of anticipation. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see. Looks pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unhook the leash from the tie back, and then I'm going to release him by saying, let's go. I'm not going to say break because I don't want him to just run all over the place. Let's go is an informal command. That doesn't mean heel, but it just means follow me. Okay, for some dogs, just grabbing the leash, they'll shoot out the door. So this is all good stuff. He knows that he's waiting for a release word. And we've got the mailman over there. So there's lots of stuff going on, traffic. This is the work, just waiting. So if I notice him getting a little elevated right now, watch what I can do. Okay, a click puts his head down. I didn't even say anything. I don't have to. It's context. Let's go. Okay, that's good. Sit. Good. I'm gonna shut the door. You guys are seeing everything. Heel. Okay, a lot of times I'll do those stop shorts quick, like that, because it kind of reminds him, hey, buddy, stay behind me. Don't go in front of me. Because if I stop short and he doesn't stop and he shoots ahead of me, e-collar pressure is going to turn on. Basically, don't you dare go in front of me. And then he waits. This is a really awkward space to open the door. It's just like there's no room and the door is going to open this way. So I have to kind of put him on the stairs. But I'm going to go ahead and open the door. And what's going to happen now is we're going to go inside and we're going to go straight to place. Gabby's opening the door. We've got a dog in here. We're trying to trigger whining, and I can't do it.
Allister.
I cannot trigger it. Can you actually film me?
Yep.
Because I'm having trouble. I want to show everything. Let's go. So I use that let's go when I don't want to enforce a really tight heel.
Came out to 17 cents over my $10 bill that I had.
Don't they have like a little container with pennies and stuff?
Yeah, so I just paid with my card, and then I dropped my $10 bill in your tip jar. Oh my god. I didn't feel too bad about it, but...
Well, to be fair, it's before you had your coffee, so you're not really awake.
I literally didn't sleep last night. I did not even a single second of sleep.
That is so satisfying to see.
It is really enjoyable.
I like when you can get it like all down in one dremel. Place. Down. Good boy. We just got home from a really awesome field trip. We went to Gabby's. He got a nail dremel. He got some practice on place around a couple other dogs. He got his holiday photo done. I just want you to listen for a second. We just parked the car. So quiet you could almost forget he's back there.
Hi. This guy's beautiful.
Silence. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can trigger some whining.
We're just trying to move him along through the day, and we're trying to trigger whining, because if we can't trigger the whining, we can't correct it.
I might be able to trigger because I haven't seen him in a little bit. Hey, bud.
He got his nails dremeled.
Oh, you look good. Did he get a holiday picture?
He got a holiday photo. He got his nails dremeled.
Oh, I love the white whisker. The curly one. Yes. That's my boy. No, this is important though. So the shift between being assertive and then being relaxed around him. I think if you're assertive, I think we all know that we can get him to a point where he's quiet. But the trick is then to go into this less assertive state, be affectionate with him, and then what happens is the energy goes up again. And so the energy gets corrected. So it is an energy thing first. The whining is because he hasn't submitted to the situation. He needs to learn to exist outside of a command. In order to do so, there's going to be moments where we're on him for something that he's doing inappropriate, which I'll teach you more about. And then we release it. There's no grudge, there's no heavy structure. We just let him make choices, and then the next stupid thing he does, we get on to him. We go through the conversation, and then we let him free again. And he learns how to exist because he bumps into all the boundaries, figures out what's wrong, and then figures out what's right. And that's usually how it works. They got to find out what's wrong first. Those are the boundaries. And that's what I did in our house. And I'll do more of this on video as the days go on, where I let him free in a room, and then his choice is he doesn't walk, he runs everywhere. When he sees somewhere he's gonna go, it's a run. That's a problem already because the energy goes up and all that. And then he goes into all the rooms, which is a no-no, right? Because he just got here and he's going wherever he wants. So I was teaching him, hey, don't go anywhere until I offer you to go somewhere. I'm not putting you in a command. Can you hang out in this space with me and my dogs and not be annoying and be calm? And so every little time he kind of, I brought him to this first because he wasn't this. This is the calm state of mind, right? Calm, submissive. He's just chill and waiting for the next thing. No thoughts about, no projection to what might happen next, right? Because that's where the anxiety. He's just accepting that he's not going to move until we say his name and start working with him, which is important. So I brought him here, and then I said B-R-E-A-K. And you see the energy went up, and I let it go. And then soon he was running across the room, checking out another room. I'd correct him and push him with my body back to the middle of the room and chill his mind back to calm. And then I'd go literally relax on the couch, like just arms up, as casual as I can be. And you start seeing him realize it's not a command, but it's when I get aroused in energy, because I bring him to this calm state after every correction. That's called the follow through. So you correct, and then the hard part is bringing him here and then walking away. Bringing him here becomes quicker and quicker as he gets experience with it, because he learns that as soon as he gets here, you're alleviating social pressure and any type of consequences that might be coming his way. If he just submits and relaxes, says, okay, all right, then he's fine. So he's learning around me in the past 24 hours to go back to this calm state whenever he's being addressed like that, whenever he's doing something wrong. That's important. So it gives him a chance to realize it's the energy. Oh, it's when he's around me and he's around Riggins where we're keeping the energy low, and he's starting to realize that his energy and his movement is triggering me to get up and correct him, because that's what dogs do. So he learns just to exist with no worries around me, right? Don't touch that. And that's another thing. You can't just be correcting like that. You have to let him elevate and then say, now what do you do? And can I disagree? Shh, just a little. All right, don't. Okay, I'm just teaching him. He's still a young guy. I'm just teaching him that was a little too intense for a truck driving by. It wasn't terrible, but I want you to know it's okay. And then what do you do once I say that? Once I shush, what do you do after that? If you don't listen and relax a little, then the correction comes. Okay, so we don't just want to get right on it and everything. We want to hold him accountable and get him off the training wheels. We want to make sure he's making good choices on his own. So give him a chance to make a choice. And if it's the wrong one, it's the wrong one. Okay. The hardest part about this whole thing, though, is getting in the house with you, probably alone with him, is getting that calm, submissive state of mind in association to you when you're being assertive. So his association to you when you go into your assertive mode should be, oh, I need to be calm and submissive. I see that he's standing this way, walking this way, giving this vibe. He's disagreeing. He just shushed. What does that mean? Calm, submissive. You need to be able to create that whenever you want to disagree with him. That's the first step. And then the next step is keeping him in this space. And as he triggers, realize what the trigger is, correct, bring him back to the calm state, and re-expose. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But really, it's not that bad as long as you think of it in the sense that, hey, you know what it feels like when he's in a healthy state. I would say he's in a healthy state right now. You know what it feels like. If he leaves that, just give him a little tap and say, don't leave that. And he believes me because we've already had our big fight, right? He's already been through my board and trade and everything. He knows who I am. So I don't have to do as much as you'll have to now, but I did in the beginning. Okay. Yeah, because he needs to mature with the world too and learn what the proper response is. And if we don't allow him to respond at all, and we correct him on sight of things in anticipation that he's going to respond wrong, that's going to be bad for his association to everything. It's going to be stress and whining and all that. Okay, so there's a level of relaxedness that the leader needs to have. Even though we're confident, even though we can be assertive and firm when we have to be, there's a level of relaxedness in the mind and confidence in letting things play a little longer than you think they should. Just to give that clear message. With him right now, I'm saying, okay, but if anything elevates, I'll just give a little touch and disagree and bring him back down. And once he goes down, I'm off his case. I'm just monitoring energy, really, the intensity. That's how you got to think of it. And you can cut this into 2 videos, but everything he does is going to be intensified if his energy's up. So if he's super, super calm, if he hears something, it might look like this, right? But if he's already at like a 7 and he hears, it's going to be more energy. So the whole thing is, if we allow that to be the association, he's going to carry that energy within everywhere, for the walk, everything, every event. So we teach him to keep it mellow, the brain. And that's why his response is, yes, he's looking at the people, but we feel as humans that it's okay because it's not disruptive. There's no like, all that means that he's a little bit unpredictable, and it makes us nervous because we're not sure what he's going to do and when he's going to do it. We know. That's why it feels uncomfortable, because you know, even right here, I just went, oh, he's a little less reliable because he's more intense. So, shh. Just a little. just a little. See? Yeah, see how I knocked it back a little? Yeah, just a little. It was just, for me, it's taken me years to read where that line is. For each dog, it's different because it depends on what they can handle. I think this is fine for him. Right here, that's fine, that's fine. He needs to learn about it, because once he learns about it, the curiosity is part of the intensity. It goes down. So, but we got to remember about associations, and he'll learn that the whole thing is you can respond, but respond calmly. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Yes, he's a good